Hi everyone, it's MaryAnn the PenguinGirl, and thank you for watching my video this week. Today I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, and to be honest, I almost didn't want to do this video, but I decided that the show must go on. And interestingly, because I'm unwell, I started thinking about, I want someone to be here and to take care of me and to be at my beck and call and, take care of me because I'm really sick. Um, and I started thinking about my first love, someone that I met about 15 or 16 years ago, and how, to me he was like my everything. Like he somehow just became my entire world. And when we first met, I had a certain impression of him as being someone that was just um, not that he wasn't my type, but more like I didn't think that he would be interested in me because he looked a little bit like a bad boy type, whereas I was like the good girl. But the moment we started talking, it was like this instant connection, this instant chemistry, this effortless conversation. The crux of what defines whether I fall in love with someone or not. and then we were together for a year, um, but it was terrible. So this is a story about that, and about first love, and about how being in a relationship with someone where your world just revolves around the other person really doesn't work. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media sites, and and I'll see you next time. So this guy, let's call him Soccer Boy, because back then he was like obsessed with soccer, and he was a goalkeeper with like a bunch of his friends, and they would play soccer like every weekend or every chance he had. I thought he was really cool. To me, he was just, fulfilled everything on my ideal partner list at the time, even down to his hairstyle. So, the hairstyle is like the 90s boy band, typical like floppy center part hairstyle. And that was something that I was really into at that time. And he had that hairstyle. And of course, we got along, we just somehow connected. There was this attraction and chemistry, and we were just basically in love and immersed in each other. I still remember there was one night when he walked me back to my doorstep, and then he was talking about like, let's get married. And it was like a month into our relationship. I was 19, he was 20, and swept up in that moment, I was just like, well, if I wasn't 19 I would say yes. But inside my heart I was like, oh my god, this guy is like the one. He's the one, like that's it. I don't have to find anyone anymore. This is the person that is gonna be with me for the rest of my life. And then a few months later, I went into a local university and I was staying on campus, and I was surrounded by all these guys who were like 21, 22, 23, and suddenly this guy that I was so wrapped up in just became like a blip in the horizon when I was surrounded by all this other fish in the ocean. So that was when things started to go bad in the relationship, because for one, he got really jealous. He got really obsessed with the thought that I was seeing somebody else in the dormitory. And then at the same time, because it was my chance to spend more time with him since I wasn't living at home at that point in time, I ended up spending almost every time that I had with him outside of classes, outside of school, outside of my obligations in the dorm. So, during those first few months where people wanted to hang out and go for late night suppers, I would always turn them down because of him. And that caused a lot of unhappiness in the relationship, which resulted in us breaking up twice. But even after we broke up, we just couldn't let go of each other. That attachment to the relationship and how things are supposed to pan out was just way too strong. And well, that's why in this painting, what you see is the two worlds have come together and they're connected, but they're connected in a way that actually constricts the universe between them. It's a suffocating place where they're not really connected. It's just an illusion that they think that they're supposed to be together, but in reality none of them are growing. The relationship wasn't growing, and it was just doomed from the very beginning because of that. There was a lot more drama to this story and this relationship than a 5-minute video would allow me to share, so I'd probably write something, maybe a blog post or maybe even like a book or something to share more about my learnings and lessons from the love stories in my life. It took me a really long time to let go of this person, but I'm glad that I managed to, and now I have this artwork and a story to share. So my shop is now open to check it out on my website. And thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel for more art videos. And follow me for my latest updates on Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you next week. Bye!